Hello, it's me, RJB, and I'm back again with another video. Now you might be wondering, why is the vocal sound quality different than it usually is? Well, I've got a simple answer for that one, and I'm gonna have to tab out and enable this image here. As you can see, my microphone stopped working, and I'm waiting for a new one to arrive, but it's gonna take a while. And because it's already been so long since I made my last video, I just decided to go and make a video with the microphone that's found on my laptop itself. So I hope that the sound quality of my voice is not too bad, and I hope that the video is enjoyable with the reduced sound quality of my voice. Not that my voice has an amazing sound quality to it to begin with, but there is most certainly a difference between the microphone from a laptop and the microphone that I was initially using, which is the Yeti microphone that you saw earlier, the black version. I'm probably gonna buy a new microphone today after this video. Also, I'm keeping this video very short because I found a little bit of free time that's just enough for making a single video, which I hope you don't mind. Also, don't mind me opening this can of low-calorie energy drink, which I usually don't drink, but I bought it on the way back from the gym. So I hope you don't mind that you can hear the sound of the can being opened. Now, while I filled up the first 90 seconds of the game, let's focus on the game itself, because the game itself is more important than my microphone issues are, or the can of energy drink I have right here, right next to me. So what do we have here? We've got a replay between Brain and Toki. Yangshi Songyun is Toki, or also known as Rabbit. He's playing here on the top middle of the map on spot number 12, whereas Brain is on spot number 1 right next to him. And he starts off with 2 Nexi right off the bat, or right at the start, which is very, very greedy, particularly because these players are so close to each other. Rabbit here starting off with 2 Nexi, followed up by a Forge and 2 Gateways, whereas Brain went for no Forge, 3 Nexi in total, and 2 Gateways, followed up by another Gateway right afterwards. I'm sure there it is, Gateway number 3. 4 Gateways against 2 Gateways, so it looks like Brain is going to patch up his deficit in terms of timing with simply more Gateways. So that should all come out just perfectly fine. Also, as you might see in the title, this is a recast of a video I made a little while ago, which was a series between both Brain and Toki, which was about an hour long, but it turned out that a lot was wrong with the video. Something went wrong with the recording, and basically the video was unwatchable. So I'm recasting this specific game, which breaks the tradition of only going for replays that I haven't seen yet. And this purely because this replay is very interesting. It's a very good PvP, one of the best PvP I've seen in a long time between 2 top-level players. So I hope you will enjoy this one, because I'm doing this one particularly, especially just for you, because I know you love watching Brain. And I don't have a lot of Brain replays, hence we are doing another Brain replay. But there's been no action yet between these 2 players, and both players went for a Cybercore, but Rabbit went for his Cybercore a little bit earlier than Brain did. Brain has caught up in army size. He's actually ahead of Toki right now at the moment. He's went for those 4 Gateways instead of 3 Gateways, which Toki went for, so his Zealot count is now actually lower. Brain is walling off his front here with his Zealots. He's lining them up to wall off the front, make it harder for Toki to get in there. There's some tiny little gaps in there that he can still walk through, but I don't think he's going to try, because it's not worth losing Zealots this early into the game, particularly against a player like Brain. So what do we have here? We have a Robo facility on the way for Rabbit. We have a little of a Dune on the way for Brain, who's probably also going for a Tempest Archive right afterwards. He's probably going to go for a Speed and a Tempest Archive in combination with each other. He has a Forge now on the way as well to bring some cannons to protect his minerals, because he might get exposed to those Zealots. Although the Zealot count for these 2 players is not equal, we've got 10 against 8 of them. So Rabbit decided to turn around. Actually, he's only got 7 of them. Not even 8. He's adding more Gateways to match Brain's Zealot production and Zealot count, but at the moment Brain has the upper hand despite going for those 2 Nexus at the start. He's also adding, he's got the Tempest Archive coming in somewhere, but it isn't there yet. He's waiting, he's getting Zealot lags first. Whereas Rabbit is going for Dragoon range and 1 attack level for his gateway unit, so he's got that on the way for him. He's chasing those zealots around here and have to micro those dragoons to keep them away from damage. He micros them quite well. Brain is going for the attack to zone those dragoons away because he has no other choice. Now he's using a single zealot there to buy himself more time for his zealot speed lax to finish. Dragoon range now has been started. Got level 1 weapon attack on the way as well. More gateways being added on for a total of not 8. Although 4 of those are still on the way. Great job here, great micro there from Rabbit. Although he's misfiring, Dragoons are pretty tough to micro sometimes. Sometimes they misfire. So Rabbit is matching Brain's gateway strategy and going for another 6 gateways here in the front for a total of 5. It's going to be 9 gateways for him. Though the Zealot Lags have just finished up, and Brain is actually getting the upper hand here because he's going to get us around on the Dragoons. The Dragoons are trying to get their way out of there, but there's no canister in the back, so it's going to be pretty tough. So he actually managed to get out of there. Weaver has been loaded up there for Rabbit. Shoulders on the way towards Brain's base, or maybe he's going to defend first. He might want to defend first to just secure he doesn't lose all that much. The Robo Facility there might go... It might get saved there. It's probably going to get saved because more Dragoons are spawning here for Rabbit, and Rabbit now has a supply lead over Brain, who has also 18 more probes. So the army size for Rabbit here is absolutely monumental compared to his opponent Brain. The Brain is trying to patch it up really quick by adding on more Zealots really quick, but Shuttle here coming in, but Dragoons are just spawning, so he has to unload the Reaver first by accident. Now he's forced to return and pick it back up. That means the Shuttle is going to go down, and that means no Reaver drop there on the minerals, which is actually the saving grace for Brain, because if that Reaver had flown in all the way to those probes, that would have been a game ender. Right there and then, it would have ended the game, because his army size was smaller, and his army size was bigger, and Rabbit could have again just walked him over. But that was a very inconvenient mismanagement there from Rabbit. That extends the game and saves the game for Brain. So that's looking very good for Brain here. That's looking very good for Brain. He still has no Templars Archive, so what's wrong about him going for Dark Templars? Because he, at the moment, does not have a Robo Facility or a Templars Archive yet. He does have Robo Facility on the way there now. He's adding on 8 more gateways. You have a total of 6 and 12 for a total of 18, whereas Rabbit is now going to start adding on more gateways himself as well. Still on 9, but he has a lot of tech up and running. He's got an Observer Tribunal, so he can make observers. He's got another Reaver on the way, but he has no shuttle, so he's going to have to wait for Brain to be the aggressor, which he's going to be. He's going to be the aggressor here. He's already moving across the map into the middle, and he's spreading his units out to go for a frontal attack there on Rabbit, but I don't think he's going to yield much results. And in he goes, but he's going to meet a lot of enemy units there, and he's actually going to regret this choice here. He regrets it immediately and turns back around, moves out to spread out his units to get a better surround on the units coming in from Rabbit. Rabbit does not have Zealot Legs yet. He does not have the upgrade on the way either. He does have armor on the way. Weapons have finished. Those weapons are also finished for Brain, but Brain has no other upgrades on the way. 60 probes now for Rabbit, and we've got 72 for Brain. Both players are in 4 gas, and Brain is positioning his Dragoons to intercept some shuttles coming in, whereas Rabbit at the moment is adding on 4 for a total of 13, and 3 more here for a total of 16 gateways. So 16 against 18, although now it's going to be 19 against 18, and there might be one more there for number 20. So it's pretty much just a gateway against gateway game, with a lot of micro, a lot of fighting, great spending, and less tech involved this time around. Most of the time, these Protoss games are very tech focused, where they're both going for drops quite often and a lot. Both players this time around are just biding their time, getting big, and waiting to hit 200 before they commit to the attack. Storm upgrade on the way for Rabbit. Storm upgrade also on the way for Brain at the same time. Yes, Observer Tribunal finished, but no Observers are out yet because both players have not yet spotted any Dark Templars, plus they have some detection in their chokes, though Rabbit doesn't have detection in his choke, so he might want to make an Observer, which he has. He's setting it here to the side, just to see over the hill to give him a buffer zone of more reaction time. Let's just highlight that. Oh, on player. Highlight that, like, now he's got more vision. This means his cannons can do more than if he didn't have that vision over the hill right there. Whereas Brain has his Observer still on the way. It's going to be interesting to see what he's going to do with that Observer. Also, Dark Templars are on the side of the map, so Dark Templars are now in use, and he's going to clear out these pylons here that are giving Brain extra vision of the sides to help him defend against shuttle drops by giving himself more reaction time. Though I think Rabbit is actually just going to fly in over this side right here, because that's of course the quickest way in, but there are Dragoons in between, so it might actually not always work out that well. Also going to add cannons there to the side to help them defend against shuttle drops coming in from the left side. So both players are simply adding onto their base, and we're 10 minutes in. Both players have pretty much maxed out. Brain doesn't have a full base yet. He's now adding on more robots for Reavers there on the side, whereas Rabbit is not yet adding on... Oh wait, there's robots right there. So both players are actually mirroring each other in what they're building. So Brain goes into the side to stop those Dark Templars, and in response Rabbit sends his Zealots out to stop those Zealots from killing his Dark Templars. And in response, Brain sends in more Zealots to clear out those Zealots that Toki just sent in there. But then Toki just ignores the Zealot and goes for the Pylons, which are at the moment more important to take down than taking down those Zealots, because he can simply replace his own Zealots with more specialized units, namely Dragoons. He put in Dragoons there up on the hill to defend, but Brain is not going for the attack just yet. But these Dragoons up on the hill are a great countermeasure against frontal attacks, because there's 50% hit chance from ground to the hill. That's definitely going to keep Brain away, although Brain at the moment still doesn't know yet. More gets on the way for Rabbit now. He's got armor and weapon on the way, no shields on the way, because he doesn't have a third forge just yet, whereas Brain has a third forge. He's got level 1 armor finishing up, level 2 weapon on the way, and shield level 1 on the way there as well. And Rabbit's actually putting Dragoons up on the hill here. Very, very smart move, being the first person to abuse the advantage of the hill before his opponent can do the same. Smart move there, smart thinking, quicker thinking than Brain for once, who didn't bother putting up Dragoons on the hill here, even though it would have given him a huge advantage over his opponent. Rabbit is just the first person to abuse it. Observer there on the hill goes down, but he has extended vision thanks to these Dragoons here on the hill. More Dragoons being landed there on the hill, which is going to set up an amazing attack for Rabbit, I feel. Because now more Dragoons here on the low ground are going down for Brain than Dragoons on the high ground are going down for Toki. Although the number for Brain at the moment is still greater, Rabbit is just going to keep on throwing Dragoons up on the hill there and send his Zealots in from the front, which are going to distract those Dragoons. Although a storm comes down on those Zealots, double storm there on the Zealots. Zealots have gone down. More Dragoons being landed up there on the hill to take down those cannons, which Brain is very frantically trying to complete. But it looks like the fight is going in favor of Rabbit here, because Brain has lost more of his ground forces than Toki has lost. Brain is going to try to put his own Dragoons there up on the hill as well. Or is he going to go for a mass drop? He's going to go for a mass drop, it looks like, because he's got Templars and Archons mixed in there, which might actually save his life here, because it looks like Rabbit is completely dominating this fight here. In comes the drop there. Rabbit is not yet responding, not pulling his probes away, although now the drop is landing and the probes are being pulled away, but it might be a little bit too late. He's going to get stormed on all of his probes, and his probe count goes down from 70 to 26. Great storms there from Rabbit, from Brain, who throws on even more storms, killing even more. Only 13 probes left here for Rabbit. Luckily, he's got a bank of 7,000 minerals. That hurts him a lot, because it's going to stop his progression into Brain's base here quite significantly. Quite significantly indeed. He's moving in through the front. He's got Reavers here. He's got a micro Reaver there, although he saved it a little bit too late. He managed to save the other Reaver and is putting it deeper into the fight. He's going to pick it up. The shuttle almost goes down, but the shuttle stays alive. Reaver stays alive as well. Great micro coming in there from Rabbit, who's now actually outmassing his opponent despite having no income. He's relying entirely on the income for the minerals he already had. Although Brain now on the pushback, but those Dragoons there up on the hill are providing so much assistance in taking down those units on the low ground, and now Zealots coming in from behind, getting on top of those Dragoons, although now the Dragoons here on the top that are also being sieged on. The Templars there accidentally being misplaced. Yeah, great news with shuttles. A lot of Dragoons coming in here. He's running out of gas. He still has probes on the gas there on the top side, so he doesn't really have any problems with his gas income. He's trying to recover his economy with only those 2 Nexi, which might not be enough. You might want to add another one very soon, very quick, but he's landing more Dragoons here up on the hill to regain superiority over this region, and it looks like he's going to win this exchange on the bottom. Also, Reavers come moving forward, but he's got Templars already prepared to storm those Reavers, although he's storming on top of those Dragoons here in the front. Great storm used there from Rabbit. Rabbit is actually winning this exchange, although there's Dark Templars here in the mix as well, which are saving the day for Brain, because there's no detection here for Rabbit. Those Dark Templars getting in a lot of mileage, although now the Dark Templars both get stormed to death by Rabbit. Great choice to storm on top of those Dark Templars, knowing he had no detection, saves the day, kills the Reaver with some sweet Reaver shuttle micro, and he actually has outmassed his opponent here. Just do note, Brain has 50 of 46 more workers and a smaller mass size. So that pretty much means that Rabbit's entire mass is bigger than it would ever be had he not lost those probes. And losing those probes might actually net him the win here. But all he needs is observers, alright? An observer is arriving on the scene. We've got an arbiter already finished up there for Brain, which is definitely going to help him with assisting in finishing or defending his base. The observer there in the front is going to have to be moved up to help fight against the arbiter, but I don't think he's going to do that, or is he going to do it? We were there, moving into the front, moving forward. He's got control over the entire frontal section of Brain's base, and now he's clearing out the entire base of Brain here, who is now incapable of reproducing his mass quick enough, because every single time a unit spawns, that unit is gonna go down. Beautiful push here from Rabbit onto Brain, who is, for pretty much one of the first times I've seen it, losing a Protoss versus Protoss. This is an absolutely amazing gameplay coming in here from Rabbit. Brain is trying to do his best. No observer in the top side. That observer has to be moved up in order to kill those Dragoons, because those Dragoons are dealing so much damage to Rabbit's Dragoons. Rabbit is now on 37 probes. He's somewhat recovered, but his income is still very low. And we're going to be seeing that in his inability to keep his mass at 200, as Brain is now actually outmassing his opponent, because he has all the minerals he needs to survive this. A lot of zealots coming in there, although still beautiful stages here as well. That's definitely hurting Rabbit's advance, but now we're actually seeing Rabbit cannot keep up production in all his gateways. Look right there, only a couple of gateways are producing. Some 40 probes now. Dragoons are up on the hill taking down these buildings here on the low ground, but Brain is pushing back on his opponent. Brain is now actually winning the ground fight here, all thanks to that drop that hit Rabbit earlier into the match. So Rabbit has run out of bank. He's somewhat recovering his bank, but his bank is not yet quick and big enough. A lot of Dragoons here in the front coming in though. Great micro there coming in from... Oh, he tried to save his Zealots, but he couldn't save his Zealots. Smart pickup, but not in time. Dragoons now from Rabbit coming in through the front, but he's now on 202 upgrades, whereas Brain is on 112, but he's got level 3 weapon, level 2 armor, almost finishing up, and with those superior upgrades, which Rabbit could not afford while he was on low minerals, are going to help him bounce back into the game, despite losing so much of his base, and despite Rabbit having no control. I'm sure of it. Although, is it too late? Is it too late for Brain to come back into this? It could be too late. I honestly don't know. He's gonna ball up his units here on the top lane and use his arbiters to take this down. There's an observer here, so the arbiter will not do all that much unless he gets... Oh, a storm came down on Brain's minerals, and he's now down to 43 probes. He still has 6,700 minerals, which might help him come back into the game. But Rabbit is now ahead in probes, so he's got 54 probes. The upgrades here for Brain are really, really helping him. The lack of shield upgrades for Rabbit are seriously a disadvantage. He also killed the Observer there. He killed the Observer, which means he can no longer progress forward into Brain's base to kill the Arbiters and kill the units that are being protected by the invisibility. And it looks like Brain has somehow miraculously managed to survive that entire non-stop exchange from the last 6 minutes and came out on top. I think Rabbit is going to try to regain control over the hills here. I have to pick up those Dragoons and move them here if he wants to get control, or maybe put Dragoons there again if he wants to get control. He's on maximum supply. Brain is not yet on maximum supply, but as I mentioned before, he's got the Arbiter advantage. He tried to stasis the Observer there in the back, but he stasises those Dragoons instead. Beautiful, beautiful play here from Brain. Oh, he loses the Arbiter, but he is preserving himself by forcing Rabbit to move forward. He is at the moment in a defensive state of mind and defensive game style. He's got a drop loaded up. There's a Templar in there and a Reaver as well. I think he's waiting for Corsairs. He's got a lot of Corsairs finished up there to assist the shuttle to fly in. He's going to put that shuttle there with those Corsairs. Rabbit is trying to progress forward, but it's not really working. He's being held back, and now the drop comes in here on the top side into Rabbit's base. Rabbit is pulling his probes away to safety. Storm comes down on his probes, only lose a couple of them. With a Reaver there, the Reaver's going to get a huge shot up on a couple of probes. He killed about 12 there. So at least he got about 12 kills with that Reaver. The Reaver is still alive. The Reaver is waiting for those probes to return back to base so he can kill them on the return. Meanwhile, a fight happening at the same time as well. He uses stasis on the shells coming in and prevents the drop from happening altogether. Now the Reaver there is still alive, still waiting for those probes to return. Brain is being very smart here, keeping the Reaver alive. The Reaver now arrives. The probes are returning back to base. It's going to fly in those Corsairs first. Reaver there arrives on the scene. Reaver gets a shot off, but the probes are gonna stay alive. But at least it means that Rabbit is once again down to 42 workers, meaning that Brain is now actually once again ahead in worker count. He's now gonna kill those Dragoons that are up on the hill, although it's gonna cost him more Dragoons than he's gonna kill. Actually, no, it's 3 for 5, it seems. Maybe one more is going to go down. Fire in the front happening as well. Rabbit is really trying his hardest. But another drop. Nope, those are empty shuttles. The Reavers there are clearing out all of Rabbit's units. And it looks like Rabbit no longer has a way into Brain's base. Because he's going to lose that shuttle to the Corsair. Or he keep it alive. He keeps it alive barely. No, Brain almost got it. Brain now on the offense though. Brain is now pushing out, knowing he's got a bigger mass than Rabbit, who just lost all the probes, so he knows he can once again go for the offense. Although here in comes the Storm Drop. It's gonna arrive. He's gonna only the correct shuttle with Templars in it died. That is pure luck there for Brain. Although I think he's gonna stasis that same shuttle if we saw the orbiter moving and turning to stasis, but it didn't stasis just in time. Storms going down on those Dragoons, a lot of damage on those Dragoons there with those storms. Beautiful storm from Brain coming in, a lot of Dragoons now moving into the base of Rabbit here in the front, and we see that Brain has double the supply count of his opponent Rabbit here, who is trying to scrape by with the last couple of minerals that he's got, but it's not that many minerals, and it looks like in the end, wait, Storm coming in here, Storm comes out with the probes, and then Templar just walks in through the front door. Storm with the remaining probes that Rabbit had on the minerals, and Brain eventually, after 21 minutes and 21 seconds, comes out on top. Somehow, miraculously fought his way back into that match, despite being at such a huge disadvantage. I don't think many players could have fought their way back into this match the way that Brain did right there. That was absolutely amazingly well played from Brain there. Coming out on top once again over Rabbit, who keeps trying so hard, but just can't seem to pull off a win against Brain. But amazing play there from Rabbit. He almost had it. He almost beat the #1 player in Korea fastest map. So thanks for watching. I hope the vocal sound quality is passable. I'm gonna have a new mic in a couple of days, so I can keep on making videos of a higher voice quality. So thanks for watching, and thanks for sticking with me, and I hope everything is working just fine. See you next time.